Episode 143. So Jacob tells an unemotional Naomi that she has just made him the happiest man alive when she shows him a positive pregnancy test. And I mean, he's so cute. You could tell he's so excited about the possibility of being a dad. Next, Vanessa shows up to the casino to get Donnell after Joey texted her and told her to come get him. So Donnell asks if they know each other, and then Joey tells him this old excuse about them being business partners, and you could tell Donnell's looking at him like, I don't believe that. So Joey calls him son, and Donnell quickly lets him know he's not his son, and I like that about him. He quickly told him, nope, I don't need no fake dad or surrogate dad. You're not my dad. So yeah, and he's also looking like, Donnell's also looking at him like, I really don't trust this dude. Or he's looking kind of skeptical at him at least. Next, Bill is making out with Haley, but his mind is occupied with flashbacks of Danny. Flashbacks of when Danny shot him at his and Haley's wedding. A flashback of when Danny went to his office with the crowbar and cleared his desk with it, and he tells Haley his mind is occupied with a case, and Haley's looking at him like, a case never stopped you before, so what's really going on? And then she tells him she doesn't appreciate being lied to. So Bill's behavior is really going to cause this manipulative chick to act out, and you can tell that little manipulative mind of hers is already thinking of a way to cause some chaos. Next, Joey proposes to Donnell to have a drink with him, and Donnell said he was planning to have his first drink with his dad, so I'm assuming Donnell just turned 21. Joey gives him some scotch and makes a toast to his father, and that's so damn disrespectful. And Donnell, he's smart and he has a good memory, because he tells Joey earlier when he said his mom had the watch that the bartender had on him engraved. Donnell asked Joey, like, why you didn't say you knew my mom when I said my mom's name when I read the inscription? Next, Danny gets Andre to admit that he still has feelings for Ashley, and he asks her, so why are they still married? And yeah, Danny needs to keep it 100, but I doubt she will. Next, Haley confronts Bill and asks him, was his mind on his ex-wife marriage the reason why he couldn't make love to her? And yeah, and I mean, I said this in some episodes earlier. I mean, it was, oh my gosh, probably a couple months or so ago. I said that, with Haley and Bill, because of the age gap and because they come from different worlds, that eventually, what is it going to be, when the sex gets old, or when that's, it becomes routine or mundane? I mean, what are they going to have? Next, Naomi tells Jacob she's a lawyer, not a birthing machine, and she doesn't know how getting pregnant happened. And so I guess having children wasn't in her plans, but she had to know that her husband wanted children. So was she going to deny Jacob the opportunity of becoming a father? Makes you wonder. Next, Vanessa tells Donnell not to blame Joey for his dad being overserved that fatal night, because Doug would have found another place where he could have gambled. And Donnell says it doesn't make sense that a man who put himself through medical school will gamble away his anniversary watch. And that does make a lot of sense, especially since Donnell doesn't have the whole truth. What he's been told, it really wouldn't make sense. So I think Donnell suspects something is up with his mom and Joey and that he's not getting the full story. So Donnell gets a video call from his frat brother, and his frat brother shows him a dedication they did in memory of his dad. And for the first time, Joey looks guilty. Next, Naomi tells Jacob she wants to be a great lawyer and a baby is not part of that plan. So Jacob is trying to convince her she can have a career and be a mother. And I think Naomi's being extra. I mean, there are millions of women who have families and demanding careers, and they still get the job done on the home front as well as their career. I mean, she's acting like she's the first woman in history who's gotten pregnant who has a demanding career. Like, stop it. Naomi tells Jacob she doesn't want to be like her mother, who was at the top of her career and she gave it up to become a mother. If she didn't want to be a mother, did she tell her husband this before they got married? Because they're not on the same page, and it's quite evident that Jacob wants to be a dad. Next, Danny tells Andre they need to set some rules so that her second marriage doesn't end up like her first. And the first rule should be that Danny needs to stay the hell away from Bill Hamilton. That should be the first rule. Next, Bill tries to make love to Haley to prove that he's not thinking about Danny, and he's unable to complete the act. So Haley's upset and tells him she wished she had a baby by him so that they have the type of connection that he has with Danny. And she doesn't get it. A child doesn't create that connection. If you don't feel connected, that's because they have to work to get there. But I'm not sure if they can even get that type of connection that he has with Danny because of the age gap. I mean, Bill is old enough to be her dad. So I don't think they ever will be able to relate to each other the way that he and Danny are. I mean, the way that he and Danny can. Next, I knew Joey didn't fire that bartender. He calls him and thanks him for playing along, and he says the watch was a great addition and that the bartender will be paid well. And he tells the bartender that Donnell will never piece together what really happened. And I think Joey's being too cocky, because if it's not Donnell, Jacob is on the case and very suspicious. So between Jacob and Donnell, one of them is going to piece together what happened to Doug. And that ends the episode.